Hey, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Miss Nika.
Hi, everybody.
So we're gonna give people a little bit of time to join in with us.
Okay, great.
Yeah, let me go ahead and add this over here. Okay, we're good. Okay, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in and
Okay.
start out with who is Nika Brown professionally?
Well, let's be nice and kind. So, professionally, I have done many things, but to start off my career, I started at the state of Nevada in the real estate division. I secondly moved to the Secretary of State's office, where I've gotten all my experience to do exactly what I do today. It has given me such a platform. And in the Secretary of State's office, um, I was a part of the Commercial Recordings Division, which handles business licensing for everything that we're going to talk about today. And it also taught me a lot of the importance of being structured and licensed correctly. Once working there for 18 years, I made a decision to resign and start my own company doing what I felt the community and the people needed to know and do and understand a little bit better, because a lot of times people would come in to that office and really be intimidated. They would feel like, if the government was against them, and it wasn't that the case. It's just people need to really take time to get their licensing and business structuring together. And that's what moved me into this business field.
Yeah, good. We are happy that you moved into the field, ma'am. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on. So let's talk about business structure.
Okay.
Um, what is your take on structuring your business?
My take is it's extremely important, first of all. There is no certain amount of money that you need to make first before you get your license or your structuring together. So if you have a dream, you have a desire to do business, start off with the structuring. That's the most important part, because if you get that lined up in the beginning, once you get down the road and you're really doing business, you don't have to backtrack. So even though you might feel like it's small today, that does not mean it'll be small in 2 to 3 weeks. You never know what your vision or your dream and how fast it'll grow. And invest in yourself. It's important that if you value yourself, you'll value getting your documents together, just like you value yourself and getting a driver's license or your registration on your car. Those are legal documents you need to drive, and these are legal documents for you to do business correctly.
Yeah, yeah. So when should the structure of the business start? I mean, should you structure your business in the beginning or after you get established, or when do you think the structuring of the business should happen?
I definitely think it should happen in the beginning, because longevity in business, whether if you start your documents in the beginning of 2019, but you really don't launch your business until 2000 January 2020, you still have that longevity of having your business started. And longevity means a lot when you're applying for different things to help your business grow. So
Okay.
beginning is the best thing. If you can invest in yourself in the beginning when you first put it on your heart, because there's certain things that we can do to set you up that won't cost you a whole bunch of money. Just because you have the desire, we can even go off that and get you some structuring.
Okay. 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 So what if any well, not if any, but what is the importance of business licensing, and do you really need them?
You absolutely need them. The importance is because you want to do business well. You don't want to have the stigma of so and so is doing business, and then have somebody go look you up that has invested in your product, in your service, and then they find out you don't have a business license. That's a really scary feeling, that somebody believes in you but you don't even believe in yourself. So
Yeah.
you have to really think about that. Like, I want to do this well. I want to be a professional. I want to have my documents lined up. I want to present myself as an entrepreneur correctly. or as a business from the beginning correctly. So it is so important. So important.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just jump right in there on the breakdown of each business. So we can start with the sole proprietor home-based business.
Absolutely. Sole proprietor is an individual who is doing business solely by themselves. And a home base is meaning a home base is 25K or less. So these are the structures I would give to someone or a child that wants to go in business, a sole proprietor home base. So if you have a child that is 18 or younger and they want to become a business, they can become a sole proprietor attached to their parents. And we'll get a little bit deeper into that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
home-based business is the best benefit just if you're ready to see, like, if I can, you know how you play double dutch, like maybe I should, this will be the perfect start.
Okay.
Okay.
Sole proprietor general license.
Sole proprietor general license takes away off the home base. I said 25K or less. So the general license doesn't have the income cap. So you can do business at a great price without having the income cap. When you do a sole proprietor home base, you have that 25K cap.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What about partnerships, partnership home base and general licensing?
This is what I was talking about when I said if you have a minor or two people that want to do business, whether they're both adults, where they can join together in a home-based business making 25K or less, or take that cap off and have two people doing business together. So don't knock your children from their dreams, and don't knock someone that says, I know one partner knows how to do one thing and I know how to do another. Join together and you can both get your feet wet together and build that general partnership together. So the home base of a general partnership is 25K or less for the income of the business, and the general business license of a general partnership takes away that income requirement. You can make much money as you want.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. That's really good. Nonprofit organizations with 501c3.
Nonprofits are most of the time organizations. They're going to be your community-based things. They're going to be your churches. They're going to be your football team, your little league, your soccer, your base football teams. Those little, I'm not going to say little, those organizations that are starting off that want to do business and get donations. This is extremely important. Please, 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 please. When you ask someone as an organization, whether it's a parent to donate or if it's you're doing car washes, some people want the benefit of having the tax write-off. If you get your nonprofit and your 501c3 set up correctly, and we can do that, you have that benefit to give that to it. So a lot of times I tell people, give your parents, if it's football, I don't know if we're in a pandemic right now, but we'll be back to that soon. Your football team, your little league, your soccer team set up, give those parents the benefit of getting a tax write-off from donating all that money to their child. They still need to get that benefit. It's no different if they were donating to their daycare. You still get a tax write-off for it. So, line those things up. Nonprofits are nonprofit, but that does not mean you're profitless. A lot of people ask me that question. If I
Yeah.
set up a nonprofit, does that mean I don't make any money? Absolutely not. That means you're an organization that benefits from donations and other resources and grants and all of that, and you get a different tax benefit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go into corporations.
Corporations are, Incs, corporations. They are a form of a corporate structure. What this does for someone, if you're starting a business and your corporation name is out there, and then you run into some legal matters, they don't individually come after you as a person. They have the right to come after the corporation. So it's a shield, basically an insurance over you doing business. And with the corporation, you don't get that benefit as a sole proprietor or a general partnership. It's a level of protection. So on the sole proprietor and the general partnership, if anything were to happen, they come out after you as an individual or as a partnership. with a corporation, if something was to happen, and life does happen, they have to go after the corporation and not your personal assets.
Okay. Okay. Limited liability corporation.
It's limited liability company for this
Company.
one, no problem. So this is another form of a corporate filing. It gives you another level of structure and some great tax benefits. So corporations are a lot more expensive. Little limited liability companies, they are a little less experienced with the same benefit. So you still get to determine which tax bracket you want to go under as a limited liability company. So it's another level of protection, just as the corporations. They wouldn't be able to come after your personal assets.
Okay. So the partnership within the limited.
A limited liability partnership is two people with a corporate structure. So this is where two partners, instead of being a part of a LLC, they want to be a partnership. So they're agreeing to do everything as a partnership. The difference with the LLC, you can have multiple people, but then you have other documents that go with that to draw it up and give you information on the back structure. And we would definitely go into that more detailed with some further consultation.
Okay. Okay. This is one that I'm not really familiar with. The foreign nonprofit corporation.
So this is when another corporation, nonprofit, or limited liability company comes from another state. So if your home state is California, but you want to come into Nevada to do business, it's called foreign because you're coming in. So California is your home state and Nevada becomes your foreign. So it's the same structure. You just bring everything over. You get the benefit of everything from your state into Nevada. And
Okay.
that could be any state. So you don't necessarily have any state that you want to come in. You first start with your home state, and any other state that you want to go in becomes a foreign filing.
Okay. Okay. This is good. This is good. I'm going to see if we have any questions from anyone that is watching the live right now. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them into the comment bar. I see that we have had quite a bit of comments, and I truly appreciate that. Hi, Ebony. So we have one question from Brandon. He says, would you have to file in each state?
Yes. If you're doing business in each state, it's best to do that. You can do it's yes, I would advise yes. That's
Okay.
a little bit more of a consulting, Brandon. We have to dig a little deeper on that one.
Yeah. So again, I'm going to give you guys. I'm sorry.
I said most of the time you do need to be in every state that you want to conduct business.
Okay. Okay. Looks like Pastor West said, great. This is a very timely discussion. Thank you.
You're welcome. We appreciate you as well.
Yeah. LaShawn said, this is good. So I'm just, again, guys, if you're watching and you have any questions for Ms. Brown, go ahead and drop them in the comments. We're going to allow her to answer some questions, but definitely make sure you sign up and get, call and get your consultation scheduled with her also. So looks like we don't have any questions. So I'm going to ask you, what are some services that you offer for business owners?
So the services that I offer is, of course, what we're discussing today, business licensing. With that comes a great deal of documents. It allows you to do business well. I also have people that are connected to me that I will also connect each client with that do things in that field a little bit better. My gift is licensing and structuring, but we have CPAs on the teams. We have business attorneys. We have marketing. We have media. I have great people around me to handle the stuff that I'm not so gifted in because I work worthy where I'm called, but I definitely have everyone around me that can.
Okay. Jasmine says, we want to start a small lip gloss keychain business. What would be the best way to start up a business?
The best way would be for a small business that's starting up. I would suggest either a sole proprietor home base, depending on the income, or a sole proprietor general license would be the best start off.
Okay, that's good.
And
Thank
let me also say, while we're in that space,
you.
each one of the licensing structures get the documents to move forward with opening a business account and being able to put yourself on the right track to get your business set up in case you need any grant funding, any business loans, any of those things that are required when you want to do that.
Okay. Jaleesa says, can you help with nonprofit paperwork?
Absolutely. If you've already started your nonprofit paperwork and you still have some questions or concerns, I'm here for you. Shoot me an email. Let me know what your questions are. I will definitely respond. We can have a conversation. I just won't just email you back. It's worth us talking about. I'm here for you, even if you're in a stage of, I don't know what to do next. Let me say that. You don't have to start with me, but if you have questions and concerns, you can definitely finish with me.
It's good. So, what is the estimated cost to set up your licensing and structuring correctly?
It depends on which structure you go with. I always advise everyone to at least, let me say this, at least plan to spend at least 1,500, at least.
That's good. So, I wanted to kind of ask a question. Is it ever too late to obtain your business licensing? Like you've been doing business for a year, 2 years. Is all lost if you have not done that?
I suggest anyone that is doing business and do not have their paperwork to start. Because the one thing you don't want to do is be doing business and you have this great following. Everybody is believing in you and investing in you, and it comes to something happening, not going right, and then you don't have the business documents, because that is a very scary feeling. And you're putting yourself in a great deal of responsibility that if you had some documents to back you up,
Yeah.
you will save it life. It's business structuring and business licensing is almost your life insurance to doing business, if you think about it that way. So it's never too late. Like if you're still breathing, you can still get a license. If you're still doing business, you can still get your structuring together. It's never too late. And in
Okay.
some cases, if you're doing business 2 years already and you want to start, we would have to start it at the date that the documents start. But you can always say, I've been in business, for this long, but people don't really know that you're just starting your documents. So I would suggest to always start with your business, because you want to keep everything separate in business.
Okay. So, for the purposes of clarity, when we talk about business structure, because you might have some people on here that they hear business structure, they really don't know what that means. Can you please clarify or break down what the structuring of a business, what that means exactly?
That means you're structuring the way you'll operate.
Okay.
So you'll operate in this form. So you're rather going to be a sole proprietor. And I need to add too, with a sole proprietor, you can also have a business name. And that doesn't leave you in the space where you be like, I can only use my personal name. You still have the opportunity to use a business name. So in business structuring, what that means is you're structuring how you'll function moving forward. So if you start off as a home-based business sole proprietor today and you do well for your first year, 2 years, and then you say, you know what, Nika, I want to go ahead and do an LLC. I have built my clientele. I want to grow. I want to have better security, better structuring, better protection. Let's go ahead and do that. We're able to do that as well. And you still get the benefit of having some of your documents from the date you begin it the 2 years ago in the sole proprietor. Some of the documents will be changed over because you're basically buying a life insurance policy after you already started. So some documents will be older and some will be newer.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
Okay. So Ebony has a question. She said, can you put multiple businesses under one?
Yes, you can. Be very careful in that, Ebony, because you don't want to if you have one LLC and you have 5 businesses, if they sue one business, they sue all. So I always suggest we can talk about it. We can talk about it, Ebony. But I would suggest to break some of that up.
Okay. Yeah. So filing multiple LLCs when you have, multiple businesses. You said something that kind of brought something else in my mind. DBAs,
Yes,
doing business as, is that considered also part of your business structure or your business licensing?
absolutely. So you can have ABC LLC, ABC sole proprietor, Nika Brown company, and then do a DBA, Loving My Life, and that's your business name, and it's attached to your sole proprietor or your LLC. And that's how some of your larger corporations handle those things, because you'll find that it'll be a little bit harder to really find on the larger corporations and LLCs. You have to do some digging because they put layers to it. So they might have a mom and pop shop, and I won't say a particular business name that's right here and locally, but that's the DBA. They have their corporation as their holding company or their investment company or their trust company. So those are the layers. And that's worth the consulting as well.
Okay. So with the business licensing and all of that good stuff, are there fees or recertifying or renewing associated with those licensing?
Absolutely, you need to renew every year. The state of Nevada, if you're trying to get licensed here, it's no different than your registration. You will have to renew every year. And the different layers come with larger pricing. But
Mm,
if you plan correctly, you will be able to handle that. And I always suggest to people, think about where you'll be in a year. So if you sell something 10 times, take $10 out of each one of those and put it towards your next year's licensing.
okay. Okay.
Struggling if you're smaller to pay your licensing, because you want to keep those current.
Yeah.
And that is my goal, to keep everybody's current. A lot of my clients already receive email notifications from me, and I try to do that in enough adequate time. And it's worth a discussion. Like, some people be like, Neek, I don't know if I can do it again. Well, let's talk about if you need to go to a different type of license, or if we just need to invest and look at things a little bit differently.
So it's safe to say that with signing up with your company and with your services is not just a one and done type of situation. It's a whole. It's a partnership even within itself,
Absolutely.
to sign up with you to get those things taken care of.
Absolutely. I try my hardest to let each one of my clients know that I'm not just here one time. I
Mhm.
don't ever want NT1 to think they're doing this alone. If
Yeah.
I, you know it. I did not take 18 years out of my life working at the Secretary of State's office to leave a person alone. It was a blessing. It was something God trusted me with. And now I want people to do business well and not be intimidated by not knowing. It's okay not to know. There is
Absolutely.
somebody that knows, and I'm here to help you. And it doesn't bother me. Many times I get text messages, phone calls, emails in the middle of the night. If I don't get right back to you, I will definitely answer you by the next following business day.
Yeah. So another question, what can cause you to lose your licensing?
Letting it expire and doing things that's not appropriate in business. You can get complaints, you can get concerns, people can report you, and then they can, ask that you lose your license. But that is up to the governing agency. That's when they will call you in and ask you some questions.
Okay, we have another question. Can you choose one structure and then choose a different structure at a later date? Will it hurt the business that's already established?
No, it won't hurt the business. So you can go from a sole proprietor and then go to an LLC, and then go back to a sole proprietor. But I would suggest stick with one. You need that benefit. So it doesn't hurt you, but keep your documents in line, and that way it'll benefit you, because a lot of people want companies with longevity. You
Yeah.
look you look better. You look better to lending. You look better to an acquaintance. You look better to a vendor. You look better on a contract. You look better.
Yeah, that kind of leads me into my another question I had, and I know lately it's been really popular where people are applying for small business loans and things of that sort. Can you talk a little bit about that? On yeah, just talk a little bit about that.
So I've been getting a lot of inquiries about that. Let me first say this is extremely important.
Mhm.
Please make sure you're doing business if you're getting a business SBA loan. You do not want to put yourself in that predicament. Those are federal funds, and it might be easy right now. And I'm not to judge anyone's financial situation. I know unemployment's been a mess. I know all of that. But I know there's people that are putting people in the SBA and creating them business documents that never even thought about business.
Yeah,
I can say, and I can attest to be careful. I do not take a client on if I know they're not doing business seriously, because that's my integrity and that's my concern.
absolutely.
And if I know that your intentions are not to do business, we probably wouldn't make it well in a conversation anyway. So
Yeah.
um, everyone can apply for an SBA. I'm not sure if the cutoff date has stopped. I had a few questions about that, but I've been swamped myself, so I haven't checked the database. But if someone wants to reach out to me and email me and ask that question, I'll do some research for you. I had a young lady reach out to me, and multiple young ladies reach out to me about the Clark County Business Grant. And that is out right now. That is a local grant. That is on the county business website, so you can research it yourself. Find out if you meet the requirements. Email me. What do you think? I need for this, or do I have the right documents for this? That doesn't bother me one bit. Again, um, much as I want to say I charge for every little thing, I don't, because one question is not going to kill me. That's literally why I'm here.
Absolutely. So, if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to just kind of say something personally. I know personally for me, I can really attest to the level of expertise that you carry as a business owner and what you do. I know I laugh when you say that people reach out to me all the time because I know I'm constantly asking you things. And I know the question that I asked earlier was my own experience, and that, it's ever too late to do those documentations. Because I know
Right.
for myself, with just being transparent, I just recently got those things taken care of with your
Right.
help, of course. But definitely, if you're watching this live and you have any concerns or any questions or are worried, please, please, please reach out
Please.
to her. At the bottom of the screen, it has her contact information. Reach out to her. Ask any questions. Again, when she says that she is open and she's accessible, that is exactly what she means. And if there is a situation where she doesn't know, most definitely she'll direct you to the person that does. Again, if you have any more questions, I want to give a couple seconds for people to drop those in there. If,
Victoria, check on Ebony. I think she had a question and we didn't finish it.
okay, she said her question was, can you choose one structure and then choose a different structure at a later date? Will it hurt the business that's already established?
Okay, so we did address it. Okay, I didn't know if we got. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see. That's amazing to know. You are still available after services are rendered. Okay, yeah. So that's exactly kind of like what we said. So yeah, is there anything else in closing that you would like to add?
Don't be intimidated. Trust your heart. Trust your dream. You can work a 8 to 5 and still have a business.
Mhm.
Don't set yourself small, because many businesses start off. Most of them take 1 to 5 years to really get off the ground. So don't beat yourself up. Don't feel like you're not worth it. Just test your own self. Invest in your own self. Invest in your own dream. And I'm a testament of that. I never thought that I would make up my mind after working for the state of Nevada 18 years or so and then resign to start my own company. I thought that was where I was going to spend the rest of my career. And when it was a push thing. Like, are you going to do it? Are you not? Are you going to do it? And when you're not. And when I realized that I needed to believe in myself and there were other people that believed in me as well, and trust my own self. Like I started business in 2018. It hasn't been easy. I've had days where I wanted to give up. I'm like, this is not for me. People are finicky. People want all your information and nickel and dime you. I've learned that's okay.
Mhm.
If that's my purpose, it will happen. I haven't went without one day. And if someone calls me today and asks me for information and they never say another word to me, I've done my purpose for that business. And I'm okay with that. And I know there's other businesses that do what I do as well. And I'm not intimidated by that either,
Yeah.
because there's multiple ways to make money. I
Mhm.
trust that my experience and my professionalism and my commitment to my clients will push me further than anything else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I thank you for your time. I thank
Absolutely.
you for your expertise as always. Thank you for everyone that stopped in to join us on the live. I hope and pray that there was something that was said that could help you or even give you the nudge that you need to go ahead and take that leap. Um, Let me go ahead and make sure I'm not missing anything because I keep getting some alerts. Oh, okay. People are just saying thank you and they love it. I
Oh,
really appreciate you guys for joining in. Nika, one last time, if you could give people, I know it's going across the screen, but give people a way to get in contact with you and how that will work once they do that.
my email address is across the bottom, so it's a lot easier if you just read it. I don't want to spell it out for you. And also, my phone number, my business line is 725 500 9001. Again, that's 725 500 9001. You can give me a call, you can shoot me a text. Please, let me say this first. Text me first so I'll know who's calling. I don't want to be that person to be like, "Who is this?" So text me, just tell me your name. I'll get in contact with you that you have business questions or concerns. Email me if there's something you want me to look over and we have a discussion about. I'm an open book. I'm here to serve. And also, I want to say while you're letting me speak, I thank Victoria for believing in me. She pushed me on this platform. I am a behind the scenes girl. And after working with her and her referring quite a numerous people to me, I appreciate her. I appreciate her pushing me because I like to stay in the background. I like to be quiet. But of course, when a push comes, it comes for a reason. And I appreciate you pushing me.
Yeah, we're gonna keep pushing.
Yes.
So again, thank you guys. I'm seeing all the comments. You guys are absolutely amazing. Reach out to her. Again, the live will be here for a while. You guys can go back and refer to it. Business structure again is really important. Just read. I'm telling you, you will not be sorry if with reaching out with her to her, even if it's not a matter of not even retaining the services, just getting the information that is necessary. I promise you, you'll definitely do that. Again, thank you, Miss Brown, for your time.
No problem. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. And again, I'm here to serve. So, however, I could do that for any company, that is my purpose.
All right, thank you. Have a good night, you guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.